Good evening, parents. Welcome to the 2021-2022 virtual back to school night, year two of our virtual setting. My name is Danny Joseph. I'd like to talk to you a little bit this evening about your child's English class this year, 11th grade ACP English. So I have a 5 minute limit on my screen recording here, so I'll try to get through as much content as possible. So English in junior year is arranged thematically versus 10th grade which was arranged geographically by American literature. So the overarching theme for 11th grade literature is society and self, in which your students can discuss their own personal identities and what they bring to the table and place them in a larger context vis-a-vis governmental relationships, living in conflict with societal forces around you, man, woman, and family, and tragic origins and comedy as critique. The great thing about 11th grade English that I love is we're not tied to one particular genre or era, so we can get diverse formats of literature that can appeal to all levels of students, including graphic novels, plays with Shakespeare's Macbeth, memoirs such as All Souls, A Southeast Story, and then traditional novels such as One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1984, and Song of Solomon. Essential questions for the year, of which there are three. As I mentioned before, to what extent are we bound by our identities? How do boundaries affect human potential? How do social conventions define our perceptions of normalcy? And students place themselves within that conversation. And our formal analysis framework, how do authors use formal structures to create complex layers of meaning in their work? Along with those content aims, of course, we have key writing skills and grammatical skills that we want to work on throughout the year, including close reading and annotation of literary form, writing persuasively and writing to task. And the hope is perhaps that each student can leave this class with something that may serve as a college essay, so that personal style of writing in addition to our analytical or persuasive. Form function analysis, as I mentioned before. Working together, the bedrock of a good English class is class discussion, collaboration, and debate. And of course, selecting and integrating evidence using advanced research methods and pulling information from multiple sources. Grading, just to briefly touch on it, you'll see my policy. It's fairly straightforward, a point system with different point values assigned to each of the types of assignment that you'll see below. So it's a quarter system, and I do have a high number of grades for each quarter, with an emphasis obviously being placed on writing and our knowledge of the literature itself that's under discussion in class. More importantly, however, is what makes a successful student in my class. So far, I've been really pleased with the progress of everyone in class, and I think it's been beneficial to obviously all be in person. But a successful student is trying, is unafraid to stumble or fail, is asking questions, is comfortable with being uncomfortable with the ambiguity and not always having the right answer, and is just simply looking to push their skills forward and engaging in the process. And again, I've been really encouraged along those lines thus far at the start of the school year. On a personal note, these are my kids. Obviously, they're not on the level of analyzing Shakespeare or constructing a personal college essay. That's my son, Josh. He's 4 years old. My daughter, Mia, she's 2 years old. However, I can understand wanting the best for your child, no matter what level we are as parents. So I implore you and encourage you throughout the year to get in touch with me, so we can work together. As obviously as your parents and guardians of the children, you know what's best, and I'm happy to work with you throughout the year to facilitate the development in English for your student. Along those lines, just some contact information. You'll see my email address posted here. You can also find it on the Canvas syllabus page. We can always set up a time for a Zoom or a phone call to discuss your students' progress. And I'm sincerely looking forward to being in touch with you all and working together throughout the year in our crucial junior year, so to speak. So thank you for taking the time to tune in, and I look forward to being in touch with all of you soon. Take care and have a great night.